What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Mountain Movement. Today we're going to go through chain cleaning. This is part of the drivetrain cleaning process, but I just wanted to really get down to the nitty-gritty and explain to you different lubrications and different ways that we clean chains here, just so that like you come in, you want a chain cleaned, you kind of know what service you're getting. How important is cleaning your chain? It's I would say it's really important. It's something on your bike that is going to wear the quickest, not the quickest, but you know, as you're pedaling, you're stretching out your chain. It's going to get dirty as dirt's flying up in there. Based on different types of lubrications, you're going to have, you know, more dirt on it, less dirt on it. You're going to need to apply more lubrications for different lubes you use. Let's go through this process and kind of break down what you need to do to really get, you know, your chain perfect. It's going to help with shifting. It's going to help with noise on your bike and all sorts of different things. The bike we're cleaning is the Univega refurbished bike that we're working on, and it is pretty filthy. And so we're going to make it look hopefully pretty good today. If you have a chain that's relatively new and you haven't used it a lot and you just want to clean it, I would recommend braking with the chain breaker if it has a master link, and then just putting it in some sort of drivetrain cleaner and letting it sit there and then washing it all off. Today but if it's an old chain, I would recommend not taking it off, because the more you take it off, the more it's going to make that chain weak. It's going to make that chain weaker. So today we are going to clean the chain on the bike, and this is the preferred method to do just in most all circumstances, just so that you extend the life of your bike. Today I'm going to go through some products that we have in front of me. Shop towel, it's one of the methods we use to clean chains. This is the Park Tool chain cleaner. This is really handy. I don't use this all the time just because I use the shop towel method. Here we have Muck Off drivetrain cleaner. This is so good. It's a degreaser, and that's one of the most important things you need to do to your chain before you add on to new lubricants or to clean your chain, because lubrications are grease. Basically, it's a very low polymer grease, so it's going to make your chain make your chain very greasy, and it's going to attract dirt based off different lubricants you have, and so you're going to need to clean it beforehand. Here I have just a muck off drivetrain cleaner spray bottle. It's really handy. Here we have ceramic lube, we have dry lube, and we have wet lube. For ceramic lube, this is going to limit the friction, because this is what like a lot of racers use. It's rather expensive to put on. It's a lot more expensive than, say, dry versus wet, and it's what a lot of racers use to decrease friction. And it's a lot more, you gotta do a lot more to your bike to apply it, because you need to have a clean chain to apply this, because when you're using it, you want it to, I wouldn't say bond, but you don't want the ceramic lube to sit on old dirt or grease, because it's not gonna get in that chain. So you'll have to clean your chain every time you use it to make it most efficient. Dry weather lube is the lube you use in very dry weather conditions. It's a really good product. We use Muck Off. I've always used Muck Off. I haven't really used any other brand. I prefer them. I prefer them over you know, other products. I bet there is other products out there that are equivalent to being good, but I really like them. The downfall to this is you have to apply it a lot more. Wet lube is for wet weather conditions, so like winter, or if you live in kind of a moist weather area. Apply this. You don't have to apply as much, but it's gonna make your chain a lot dirtier, because it's a wet lube, and so it's gonna stay wet on your chain. It's gonna sit on your chain, where this is more, it's not as wet as this. This is going to make dirt stick to your chain a lot more. So let's go through the drivetrain cleaning process. So you just want to wet your shop towel to get it, you know, soaked. You don't have to go absolutely crazy, because this will get rather dirty, especially if it's a super dirty chain, and so you will, use the other side or get another shop towel when you do this. And so it's wet like this, and then what I do is I just wrap it around. I wrap it around the front top, the front of the top of the chain and the bottom of the chain, and then I just spin it backwards. And this method is a lot easier to do on less dirty chains. And as you can see, there's dirt coming off, and this is just common. And as you can see, the chain was rather filthy. You want to get another, I'm gonna go ahead and get another shop rag. So on this one, you're gonna get this side of the chain. You're just gonna squeeze it in between your fingers and this side, and then you're gonna go around. On less dirty chains, this is a very common method, and it's a method I use a lot, but it's definitely not going to clean your chain like you want to. I can already tell a difference in the chain, just some better coloration, and some of the rust that was originally on it is off. But for this one, if you were in a situation of like a restoration bike, I would definitely recommend doing the chain, full chain cleaning process. It comes like this. Muck Off makes one as well. I just can't find ours. And so what you want to do is just put your drivetrain cleaner in here. You want to fill it about halfway, and then you want to put it on the bike. I'm gonna go fill it in the back, so I'll be right back. So it's halfway filled. You can dilute this stuff with water. A lot of times I would recommend it. Since this chain is just so filthy, I'm not gonna dilute it. So you just want to set it in the chain cleaner, close it down, and then there is a little lock right here. I don't think mine's working, that's fine. And then you just want to spin the bike backwards, I'm going frontwards, but that's fine. And as you can see, the black on the ground. Make sure you clean up your mess after you're done. This is why I don't always love using this product. It does get somewhat messy, but it is handy to have. Close it, open it up, and as you can see, the black gunk in there. I'm gonna go put this in the back, and I'm gonna clean up my mess as well. Clean it up a little bit more. I really wanna get just all of that gunk off the chain. It's gonna make it run a lot better. I'm just doing this for education purposes. I probably will take this lube off later. Sorry, it's kind of a waste. I've seen people apply right up here. I've seen people apply right up here. I think it's always best to just have it sit right here because you kind of have like a hand rest. I am doing kind of a dry grease is because I kind of have an idea of this bike to kind of be like a city commuter. It's not going to do any real mountain biking things, I guess. So I don't imagine it being in any too wet locations. So I'm putting this on, and then I will reapply if like the buyer, if the buyer says something like, I want it for this reason, or I don't know. And you want to get off the excess lube. I put quite a bit on it, and so what will happen if you just put a ton of lube on? I really just want the lube in these little points right here, just so that it rotates well. What will happen if you don't take it off, everything will get very, very almost wet on your chain. It will cause problems down the road, and it will kind of turn into a wet loop where a lot of stuff will get on your chain, dirt, grime, and it'll just be more of a pain to clean up. And that is how you successfully grease your chain. All those methods would be the same for all the other greases we have in store. We have all these products. We have a really cool Muck Off display. So if you want to come in and grease your chain, that would be perfect. A lot of people ask me how often you need to grease your chain. I like to do it before every ride. You can get away with every other ride, every 3 rides. I wouldn't go too long because it can really decrease the life of your chain. But chains are relatively inexpensive. The only thing you gotta worry about is any wear that it could potentially cause to maybe your cassette. And so this is a successful chain grease to me. When we do the cleaning process, I will take this all off. Thanks for tuning in again. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see video-wise. We read all your comments. Some of them are really funny. Some of them are kind of mean, and we appreciate the very nice ones. You let us know what you'd like to see on Tuesdays or Fridays. Hopefully we should have some more riding videos out soon. Also some more hauler videos, which we're super excited about. Have a good one. See ya. Peace.